Hello friends, in this lecture we will solve a different kind of graphical method. So this type of questions has been asked in GATE examiners. Okay, so basically you can see that in graphical method you get the objective function, you get the constant and you get the non-negative restrictions, but here statements is written. Okay, so by reading these statements we will try to form the objective function and constant. Okay, so basically these type of questions are known as product mix problem. Product mix problems. Okay, and this type of question has been asked in examination. Okay, so this type of question is known as product mix problem, and this type of question has been asked in the examination that the statement will be given, and by reading the statement you have to form the objective function and the constant. So what we will do, we will read the question first. It says that 1 unit of product P1. Okay, we have got a product P1 and 1 unit of product P1 requires 3 kg of resources R1 and 1 kg of resource R2. Okay, so basically we have got a product P1, and to make 1 unit of P1 we require 3 kg of resource R1 and 1 kg of resource R2. And it is saying that 1 unit of product P2, there is another product P2 that requires 2 kg of R1 and 2 kg of R2. Okay, so we have got two products P1 and P2, and we have got two resources R1 and R2. So making the product P1 and P2, we require resource R1 and R2, and it is saying that the profits per unit by selling product P1 and P2 are 2000 rupees and 3000 rupees respectively. You can see the profit is given. It means that our objective function is going to be the maximization type. Okay, our objective function is going to be the maximization type. Next, it says that the manufacturer has 90 kg of R1 and 100 kg of R2. Find the maximum profit. So what we will do in this type of problems, basically product mix type of problem, you have to make the product. Okay, so basically our product is, we have got two products, product P1 and product P2. Okay, we have two products, product P1 and product P2, and to make the product P1, we have got resource R1 and R2, and here also to make P2 we have got resource R1 and resource R2. Okay, so we can say that R1 and R2 are the resources. Okay, R1 and R2 are the resources, and resources are always limited in nature. Okay, so R1 and R2 are the resources, and resources are always limited in nature. This is one of the objective function question. You know that we follow the constant means restrictions. So from where we are getting it? We are getting from the resources. Resources are limited, you have to use it wisely. Okay, you have to use it wisely. So to make the product P1 and P2, we have got two resources, resource R1 and resource R2. Now read the question. It says that 1 unit of product P1 requires 3 kg of R1 and 1 kg of R2. So to make one unit we require 3 kg of R1 and 1 kg of R2. Okay, and 2 kg of R1 and 2 kg of R2. Here we have 2 kg of R1 and 2 kg of R2. Okay, next it is saying that the profits per unit by selling product P1 and P2 are 2000 and 3000 respectively. Okay, so if you are going to sell 1 unit of P1, then the profit is 2000, and if you are going to sell 1 unit of P2, then the profit is 3000. Okay, so we can say that 1 unit of P1 gives 2000 rupees profit and 1 unit of P2 gives 3000 rupees profits. Okay, and we have got that the manufacturer has 90 kg of R1 and 100 kg of R2. So the total restriction they have given. Okay, they have R1 maximum, we can see R1 max, they have 90 kg, and R2 max, they have 100 kg. Okay, R1 max they have 90 kg and R2 max they have 100 kg. Now we have to construct the objective function and we have to form the constraints. Okay, so R1 and R2 are basically resources, you can say. R1 and R2 are resources. Okay, and the second point is resources are always limited. Okay, you can see a limitation has been given. Okay, a limitation has been given. Okay, a limitation has been given that R1 maximum is only 90 kg and R2 maximum is only 100 kg. Okay, you have to follow the restriction, means constraint. So we will try to form the objective function and constraint. So again I am writing, we have R1, we have got R2. Okay, and we have got product P1 and we have got product P2. So it is saying that 1 unit of P1 requires 3 kg of R1. So we can assume that X units of P1 we are going to make and we are going to make Y units of P2. Okay, 1 unit requires how many? 3 kg. 1 unit requires 3 kg and 1 unit requires 1 kg. Very simple. P2, 1 unit require 2 kg of R1 and it requires 2 kg of R2. The total R1 is 90 kg. Okay, here, and total R2 is 100 kg. Total R1 is 90 kg and total R2 is 100 kg. So we can form the constants. Okay, constants. We can form the constant. See here, 1 units of P1 require 3 kg of R1. So X units of P1 will require 3x R1 plus you can see 1 unit of P2 requires 2 kg of R1. So Y units will require 2 by, and the total R1 is 90. So we have to follow the restriction, that is less than equals to 90. Okay, we have got our first constant. Here see, 1 unit of P1 requires 1 kg of R1. So X units will require x kg of R1. 1 unit of P2 requires 2 kg of R2. So Y units will require 2 by, and the total R2 is less than equals to 100. So we have formed the constants. Okay, we have formed the constant, and our objective function will be maximization type, maximize Z. It is saying that by selling 1 unit of P1 you are getting rupees 2000 net profit. So if you are going to sell X units, so the profit is going to be 2000x, plus for Y it is 3000. So we have, and X and Y is going to be greater or equals to 0. Okay, so you have formed the constraints and objective functions. Now we have got everything. We have got the constant, we have got the objective function. Now we can plot the graph. Okay, so we will, since two variables are there, we can plot it on the graph. So we will plot the graph. This is our origin. Okay, so look at the first constant. When x is 0, then y is going to be 90 by 2, that is 45, and when y is 0, then x is going to be 90 by 3, that is 30. Okay, so we will take the scaling 20, 40, 60 and 80. Okay, here also 20, 40, 60, 80 and 100. Okay, so the first constant says that when x is 0, then y is 45, and when y is 0, then x is 30. Okay, so our graph is going to be like this. Okay, and now you will put here 0 comma 0. Okay, we know the rule. So 0 is less than equals to 90. So this condition is true. So true means the graph will be set towards the origin. So this is going to be, this is our 30 comma 0, and this is going to be 0 comma 45. Okay, the second constant you can see, when x is 0, then y we have got 50. Okay, when x is 0, then y we have got 50, and when y is 0, then x we have got 100. So this is 100 comma 0 and this is 0 comma 50. Okay, and now how to show the nature? 0, 0 you are going to put, you will get 0 less than equals to 100. So the condition is true. Okay, the condition is true means the graph is again shaded towards the origin. Okay, the graph is again shaded towards the origin. You can see. Now we have plotted both the constants. Now what you have to do, you have to find the feasible region. And non-negative restriction says that you have to stay in the first quadrant. So if you are going to take a point here, then it will not satisfy any of the constants. So this is not the feasible region. If you are going to take a point here, it will satisfy this red color constant, but it is not going to satisfy this blue color constant. But if you are going to take a point here, this point is going to satisfy both the constants simultaneously. So if any point in the region is going to satisfy both the constants simultaneously, means it is going to be our feasible region. Okay, it is going to be our feasible region. So what we have to do, we have to find the maximum profit. So we have got 3 corner points, z 0, 0, putting in the objective function 2000 into 0 plus 3000 into 0, we have got 0. 30, 0, okay, 2000 into 30 plus 3000 into 0. So we will get 6, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this much, rupees 60,000. And the last corner point for rupees 0, 45. So this is 2000 into 0 plus 3000 into 45. So we will get 135. Okay, so we will get rupees 1,35,000. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, rupees 135,000. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, this is our maximum profit. And you can see this constant. Okay, if you are going to ask the nature of the solution, this constant is redundant. Redundant constant means it is not going to participate in getting the optimal solution. Okay, this constant will not participate in providing the optimal constant. So this constant are known as redundant constant, and the solution will be known as degenerate solution. Although the solution is unique optimal solution. Okay, the solution is unique optimal solution, but it is a degenerate solution, you can say. So this type of question has been asked in GATE examination. A recent GATE 2020 question has been asked. Just go and practice those questions. The similar type of question has been asked. Okay, so formation of objective function and constant is very much important. Okay, you must form the objective function and constant just by reading the question. Okay, so it was a very simple question of previous year GATE examination. Some questions has been asked, so you must go and practice those questions. Okay, because a trend has been followed. Now this type of question has been asked in the examination, so you must follow the trend. Okay, so just go and practice. Thank you.